So I've talked about this 1,000 times. I am a humongous Travis Scott fan. I always have been. I like to pride myself in the fact that I know a lot of different Travis Scott songs. I know y'all probably y'all may or may not have watched the Top Five Migos video out. It's not even out yet at the time of recording this, so I don't know how good it's gonna do view wise. But if you have watched it, then you kind of are gonna know the flow of this. Yeah, it's a top five. It's not hard to explain. I like to think I have a different top five than most when it comes to Travis Scott, and also like Migos, go watch that. I think I have a very unique top five. But yeah, I'm going to be basing these off of really just the five I enjoy. I mean, like everything, features, beat, hook, verses, like all of that. I kind of just noticed that like most of these have features. Actually, no, they don't. Never mind. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the top five, starting with number five. Now, I'm kind of cheating a little bit. As you can tell, there's two covers right there. I'm picking Out West and Telekinesis for number five. I know I'm cheating. This is like technically a top six, I guess, but I couldn't pick between these two songs because they're literally like Out West is probably the funnest song I've ever listened to. Like it's just such a good time. Like I played in the car, I'm in an immediate better mood. Like the Young Thug hook and feature, Young Thug makes this song. Like without Young Thug, the song is not replicated. However, Travis Scott comes in with an amazing like backing up the song verse. Like he still feels like his own presence and it still feels like his song. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other spectrum, Telekinesis is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. Beautiful production. The SZA verse is to die for. The Future fits perfectly on this song. Like trauma dumping kind of like gives me Codeine Crazy vibes a little bit. And then Travis does his thing and makes the song even more beautiful. Like it's they're two very different songs on both ends of the spectrum. They also kind of shows Travis Scott's like variety and his like versatility, being able to make two songs like this. Now, to be fair, features do help out both these songs a lot. That's probably what stops both of them from being higher. But these are both two amazing songs. They're Travis Scott at his best, doing like not different genres, but like different sounds. Like this is like the perfect example of what Travis Scott can be on both sounds. But let's go ahead and go to number four. Now, 99% of the time, whenever I look at people's like top five like not albums, but Travis Scott songs, there's not really, unless it's Pick Up the Phone, there's never a song from Birds and the Trap Sing McKnight, and I actually don't like that. I love that album. I think it's way overhated, way underrated. I love it. I think it's a perfect time. I love it so much. It's amazing to me. And I love First Take. First Take is one of my favorite songs off of it. I started listening to the song like driving or not driving, during a very very like weird time in my life. And like immediately the Travis hook is just what stuck to me. And his like auto-tune filled singing like during his verses, love it. I love the sound of it. Like almost feels like I'm like it's kind of hard to describe. Like I'm almost like out in the sky, you know what I'm saying? But it's nighttime and I'm just like staring at the moon and the stars. That's what it feels like. It feels like what like would be playing in that type of setting. And the Bryson Tiller feature makes the song about 5 times better. Bryson Tiller comes in with kind of like a different sound to his verse. He brings his own energy and he manages to fit in the pocket that Travis like created for him really well. I shouldn't say Travis created it for him, but like this whole like the beat and the sound, I think Bryson Tiller manages to fit perfectly on it. This was when like Bryson Tiller was blowing up and really huge. I wish they would make another song together. Kind of not really like. I feel like the only real song they could make together was another song that kind of had this same type of idea. I wish they would do it more. I'm pretty sure they don't have another collaboration out there. But it's one that I didn't realize I needed, and it actually is amazing. I hope they do it more one day. I would love it. I'd absolutely love it. But I feel like I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to like Travis Scott's like singing or like melodies, whenever it's absolutely filled to the brim with auto tune, it doesn't sound that like I feel like his natural raw voice with less auto tune in it sounds better than his auto tune filled one. This one proves me wrong on that. I think it's filled to the brim with auto tune. Like I know that I'm not stupid to the fact some people try and hide it. I'm not one of those people. I think this is great. You know what I'm saying? I think it sounds fantastic. I think this specifically, if it always sounded like this, I would prefer it over his natural voice. but I don't think his natural voice would have fit as well over this type of beat and this type of sound and managed to do what he was trying to do if he didn't use auto-tune. But anyway, let's go to number 3. I know. Okay, I know most people put 90210 as number 1. However, I feel like a lot of people do that because it's just the general, like, consumption, like, not consumption, what's the word? Consensus that I keep burping, oh my god. That this is his best song. I don't view it. I mean, it's definitely top 5. And it might be like technically his best song is even then I really don't think so. But it's now don't get me wrong, this is an amazing song. It's on my top 5 for a reason. It has a perfect beginning, an amazing beat on on both halves of the song. It's an amazing vibe. I love his rapping in the second half. It's still a perfect Travis Scott song. I just don't view it as his best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think number 2 and number 1, I know, okay, a lot of people are going to say my number 1 is not better than 90210, but I know some people for a fact would say my number 2 is. Now, like I said, this is still a perfect song. However, I do feel like certain people treat it as like it is his best song, like he doesn't have better work out there, and I feel like that my other 2 picks are better than this song. However, enough saying it's overrated because it's overrated for a reason. This is an amazing song. It is a great song. His flow on the second half of like the rapping, the beautiful Casey Hill singing, I love it. It's an amazing song. And the music video, like I know a lot of time, like a lot of people probably say this, I feel like music videos kind of like make songs sound better almost. Like I've definitely like heard a song that I didn't really like as much, or like seen a music video that I really liked, and then go to the song and it's not as good as I thought it would be, or like, you know, something similar to that type of scenario. But I do for sure think 90210 is a fantastic Travis Scott song, but I think my other 2 are better. A lot of people are going to say I'm tripping, but in my opinion, I know. I like this song better than I like 90210. I do. I simply do. The most catchy hook I've heard in years, at the same time being one of the best songs to play in every single mood I've ever been in. I can play I Know, and I know it's going to make me feel better. It's going to make me feel like... It's not going to make me feel worse. It's going to make me feel better. It's going to feel like the mood I'm supposed to be in. It is the right song to play every single time. Do you know how often I go, I know? You know, that is crazy. It's the most catchy hook I've heard in years. Like, I can't remember a song that I've heard and immediately been entrapped in the hook. It's also the most rodeo sounding song on Utopia. It gives me heavy rodeo vibes. And I know that, like, the spoiler alert, the number 1 song is not a rodeo song. However, I know a lot of people are going to be like, how can you think Rodeo is his best album but only have 90210 in your top 5? Because you don't understand how many, like, rodeo songs could have been on this list, and they might be on this list when I wake up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But back to I Know. Beautiful hook. Like, I love that, like, he's rapping, like he's talking to this girl, like he's just, like, I don't, like, it's a perfect sounding song. Like, he's entrapped, like, you know, like, he doesn't even know if, like, this girl is really there. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like, the music video, like, watching the music. I don't know. Sometimes music videos add, like, not, like, more context to songs, but, like, I don't know. It just kind of makes you look at the song in, like, a different light a little bit. And the music video is also another example. It's a really good music video. It makes the song even better, in my opinion. Just like, you know what I'm saying? This song is amazing. I love it. I play it all the time. It was my most listened to song of 2023 when the album dropped, and it was by, like, a long shot. It was like, and I think I was like top 0.05% of Travis Scott listeners, which is crazy. I know, I'm a sicko. I really am. I'm a sicko. But anyway, let's get to my number 1 pick. Now, before you click off, I know Way Back is probably no other person on this planet's number 1 favorite song from Travis Scott, but it's mine. This song is Travis at his best. It's loud. It's a loud sounding song that's so it's evil. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like villainous. Like, it sounds like a villain theme song. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's great. To me, that, like, and then the beat switch, it's beautiful to, like, it sounds amazing. his like I said, the auto tune singing sounds really good, or like not it's not singing, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm inferring to or referring to. It sounds perfect on that part of the song, and then we get back to the rapping. It sounds like he's hungry, like he's gritting at it. You know what I'm saying? Also gives me rodeo vibes, but it's like a different type of rodeo. You know what I'm saying? I like evil sounding music, low key. Like I don't like evil music, obviously, but like songs with this type of like almost like lurking sound. I love that. It feels big. It feels loud, and I love when Travis Scott is making music like that. Back to like what I was saying about the whole like rodeo thing. This is basically my top five. Okay, and I'm perfect with it. However, there are quite a lot of songs that for sure could have made the list. You know, I wanted to put Apple Pie on here, or On My Diss Side, or Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler was very close to being tied for number five too, but I think Telekinesis and Out West are just a little bit better. I have a soft spot in my heart for I Can Tell. There was a few more. I feel so bad not putting Beebs in the Trap in this. I love Beebs in the Trap because I think Nav has a great part in it. There was just quite a lot of songs that I wanted to put on here. Like Thank God, I wanted to put Thank God on here, but like Telekinesis just beat it out for that five spot. I love this album a lot. I also wanted to put like a Huncho Jack song on here because I love that album too. That collab album with Quavo. But I'm also a huge Quavo fan. So just this right here is my definitive top five. I could wake up tomorrow and a few slots be changed, but for quite a while, these recent months, this has been the top five right here. The only thing that changes is sometimes I think Out West is a little better. Sometimes I think Telekinesis is a little better. Or sometimes like sometimes I think First Take is better than 90210, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Sometimes I think I Know is the best Travis Scott song he's ever made. That's the only real thing that changes, is this five might rearrange itself barely every once in a while. But besides that, this is my five. I like doing top fives with these rappers because I feel like I have a lot of unique top fives when it comes to certain rappers' discographies and like what I've heard and what other people have heard and what I haven't heard, you know. So expect a lot more of these at some point. I've done like my two favorite rappers, Migos and Travis Scott. So if I move down my top 10, Young Thug's next. So we'll just have to see. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good day. Subscribe.